This video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to radiate the vibration of the reality you want to experience. I'm going to share with you tools and tips that will make that so much easier so that you start to experience the reflection you want in life. Welcome back to another video. My name's Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Today I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how to radiate the vibration of what you prefer to experience. Today's actually my last day in Seattle as well. I showed it in one of the other videos and on IGTV, so if you haven't followed me on IGTV or Instagram, then go and follow me below as well. Let me show you guys a little bit of a taste though. It's kind of nice. In Seattle normally it's just cloudy, but look at that sky, look at that sun. Yeah, so it's really cool. I've been here for about 3 days now, so it's been 2 or 3 days. I'm here with my dad and my sister. We're just kind of hanging out. They were here for a whole week, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna come for a couple of days just to check it out because I've always known I was gonna love Seattle, and I was right. Seattle's a really cool place. So yeah. Anyways, this is the hotel room, as you can see. We're staying at the Marriott. I just took a cold shower. It was amazing. So anyways, let me get back into the video. How to resonate with the vibration and radiate the vibration of what you want to experience. So this is about understanding our energy bank. So I haven't really talked about this before, but this is in a way going to be infusing the understanding of Reality Transurfing, which if you haven't seen before, Reality Transurfing is a very powerful process for creating what you want in your life. It's also more of a philosophy or a way for seeing the world, and it has to do with understanding that there's an infinite number of parallel realities that exist, that what you want to experience already exists. So it's not so much that you have to try to create it. The old LOA way of thinking, it's like we have to create our own reality, which think about trying that has to go along with that. This is more about choosing it because it already exists. So making choices at that version of you, understanding the energy of the best version of you, and then modeling that, because as you model that, you start to then resonate with what you want to experience. So this is more about just going straight to the core of the energy versus trying to be here and then get somewhere else. And there's a couple key ideas with Reality Transurfing. One of them is understanding this idea of what are called pendulums. Pendulums are thought structures. So anytime we are thinking thoughts, think of it as there's this electromagnetic energy around our body. And what happens is we think thoughts, and then it goes into our electromagnetic energy around our body. We have feelings, same thing. And that will continue for about 30 days to kind of recycle itself if we keep the momentum in that direction. Now, here's the other thing too. Just like we're creating our own reality or choosing it, so are the billions of other people on the planet. We are co-creating it together with the collective consciousness. So when many people have similar thoughts about similar things and have certain beliefs, especially with passion and emotion, those team up together, and what ends up happening is we create these thought structures. And with these thought structures, we may think many times we're having our own thoughts, when in actuality, we're having the thoughts of these pendulums. So for example, this is with whatever political party you might be a part of, with whatever sports team you might like. Whatever it is, there's a lot of other people that have thought the same thing, and we are then tapping into that. So this is why it's smart not to watch the news, because the news is just literally putting these negative pendulums in people's lives. So if you feel like there's all this emotion coming up when you're watching the bad things happen in the world, then you're starting to drain your energy. You're starting to then feed into that reality, and you're taking away from the energy you could be using to choose your own reality. So another part of Reality Transurfing is understanding the power of the heart, being connected to the feeling more than anything else. Many times we think the goal is some type of money, but money is a side effect of the real goal, which is what you're passionate about. Money is a side effect of adding value to people, and money is a side effect of you doing what you love. That's another powerful part of Reality Transurfing. And then the other most well-known one is part of Reality Transurfing is that of decreasing importance. Anytime we put something on a pedestal, we immediately give it the potential for resistance because we are immediately separating ourselves from that thing. So if we were to say this person that I'm attracted to, I put them on a pedestal, then what we would do is we'd immediately make it so that they are unattainable, because they will either feel the resistance off of us, or beyond just that, we will just find out that things just kind of happen so that it doesn't work out. This is because there's balancing factors that come into play to neutralize that energy. So what's the key to this? The key is having the self-image that you are the type of person of what you want to experience. It's only when we believe that someone's on a pedestal, that we believe our self-image, we are not worthy yet, so therefore we put someone else up there, and it's like we're not linked up to the best version of ourselves. So instead, see it as natural for you to attract what you want. See it as natural for people to be attracted to you and you would be attracted to them if that's your choice. So you see what I mean? This is about understanding the energy dynamics. So when it comes to the power of radiating the vibration of what you want, think of your energy as like an energy bank. And anytime there is, first off, pendulum. So first off, social conditioning. So anytime you're watching the news and all of a sudden something happens, you automatically get triggered, then what may be happening is that's draining your energy from energy that could have been used to choose a more ideal reality. Or the idea of importance. Importance also drains energy. So if you are feeling like worried about something happening, you're making that event and that situation very, very important. And in that importance, you're creating the resistance. You're creating a detachment from the natural flow of who you are. That's why this process is all about alignment. How aligned are you to how you prefer to be and the best version of yourself? And, you know, this is something that happens in my life too sometimes. I find that when I'm doing certain things, it will drain my energy. If I don't do certain things, I'm not recalibrating my energy. Just small things, like sometimes going to the park. Last night I had to go to the park and walk on grass. As weird as that sounds, that balances out my energy. For some reason, if I don't do that, like I do that every single night in Vegas, when, you know, back home I live in Las Vegas, and I walk barefoot on grass because I have a lot of energy and it just for some reason helps to ground me. I do it at the end of the night before I go to bed. I came here in Seattle, and last night I forgot, 2 nights ago I forgot to do that. And when I was going to bed the night that I forgot to do it, my leg was kind of throbbing because there's a lot of energy. For some reason, energy gets stored in my legs. So I realized that, and then last night I walked and I found a little bit grass patch here in the city. It was like, forget exactly where, it's kind of like over there or something like that, or maybe it was over there on that side. And what I did is I just grounded myself, and there I go. Is able to balance out my energy. So find things that calibrate out your energy. Find things that make you feel more connected to the core of who you are, because when you do that, you then start to radiate more of the ideal energy. So there's a couple key points to this. First off, the most simple one is focus equals feeling. Whatever you focus on is whatever you're going to feel. So if you find that you are draining yourself of energy, if you aren't preferred, you know, this actually happened the other day to me and my buddy Victor. We were doing something for something that we're getting ready to launch, showing people how to like grow and make a YouTube channel, go full time doing what they love. My buddy Victor Odo and I are getting ready to launch that course. And if that's something you're interested in, by the way, if you want to grow a YouTube channel, if you want to learn how to go ditch a 9-to-5 job that you don't really care for, and you want to learn how to really build a business that generates you the kind of money to do what you want full time, you will see a link. I'll leave a link in the description box below, and you can go ahead and check that out as well now that I'm just mentioning it. But anyways, we were working on something for that because we're getting ready to launch it in the next like week or two. And when we were doing that, it was like there was a certain part of it we were focusing on that we just couldn't, it was like, it felt like it was draining us. But then what we did is we found another aspect that we could focus on, and as we did that, everything just started to flow. So pay attention to the feeling. It was something small too, I don't even remember what it was, but it was just something we were like, man, we're feeling drained just thinking about this one little part of the business. Instead, we started to focus on different pieces of content, and then all of a sudden that part started to come. So what I mean is start to focus on your feeling prior to the thoughts. Focus on how you feel and then direct it as to things that are coming easier, things that are flowing easier. And as you do that, you'll find that whatever you focus on, you feel, so that when you are in a certain state of being, you start to literally shift yourself to what are called life tracks under Reality Transurfing. There's an infinite number of parallel realities that exist. You are constantly shifting through them and choosing them based on your choices that you're making. And what you do is you simply choose the ones that feel better, because every time you make a choice based on something you're passionate about, you are then shifting to a higher level timeline. You're then shifting to something that's more conductive of what you want to experience. So think of it like you have an energy bank, and if you are around people that are draining your energy, then what I recommend you do is you start to either distance yourself from them or take breaks from it, or find people that really influence your energy in a positive way, people that are very similar to the way that you prefer to be. Another thing you could do to radiate the vibration of the reality you want is to simply get around other people that are already in that vibration. So for example, if you want to own an art gallery studio, what you could do is you could go to an art gallery place and talk to the owner, or try to go to some place that represents the place that you want to work at. So you wanted to work at, let's see, Microsoft is right over there because I'm in Seattle right now. So say you were say, oh, I want to work in Microsoft. You go chill around the building or chill inside the building if you're allowed to, and you could get into the energy field of the place you want to be, because then you start to vibrate with it. You know, it's funny. There's my buddy Victor and I, we are very similar in many ways, and we do a lot of the same things together. And a lot of times when one of us will make a change, then the other one will make a change as well. So when I first met him and he moved to Vegas, I started to then work out. We started to work out every day together. I started to then, in a way, build my body very similar to his. Like I'm starting to get a lot more lean. I'm starting to become and get stronger as well. And that's something that I think just because we're around each other so much, we are kind of picking up on each other's habits. Now, something else recently happened. Recently, I switched over to where I stopped eating so much rice, so much starchy carbs and stuff like that. And I did that, and I've been doing that for about 2 weeks now, and I feel really good because of a couple of things. When you eat certain rices and stuff, it spikes your glycemic index and makes it so that then you store the fat. So I've been just knowing also that my energy is really on point when I'm not eating starchy foods like rice and stuff like that. And I stopped eating that, and I started to have a lot more energy. And I told Victor about it. We go to eat, and I just wouldn't get rice. And within like a week, he just texted me yesterday, and he goes, you know what, I'm going to do the same thing. So he's hopping on the same thing. You really are the vibration of the 5 people you're around the most, even the 1 or 2 people you may be around the most. You are the accumulation of them. So pay attention to who's around you and get around people that will help you to radiate the vibration of what you want. Look at their daily habits and ask yourself, are the people around me serving me? Because if they're not, then even if you don't think they are, a lot of times they subconsciously will influence you, even if it's just to eat that unhealthy food, or if it's something small like don't go and do something you were going to do for your to grow whatever you want to do in your life. Stay here and chill with us. Little things like that add up. So pay attention to the kind of things that you're doing. Pay attention to the way that you're feeling, and understand that what you focus on, you feel. Let me see if there's any part of this. I had a whole bunch of stuff written down. Okay, so here's another part of so think about it like this. Anytime something happens that you say and you start to associate with discontent, something is not supposed to be there, the moment you identify something that's not supposed to be there, that's not a part of the process, you immediately cause a disrupt in the energy flow. So you're saying, oh, that's not supposed to be there. It could be something small. It could be you are intending to create something. Let me see. Maybe you were trying to create maybe that art gallery studio thing I was talking about. Maybe you go into the art gallery and you talk to the owner and they say, oh, you know what, the owner's not here right now. So you automatically assume, oh, disrupting your energy pattern. You're like, oh, that person's not here. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe I'm not meant to do this. The moment you associate that meaning to it is the moment that you start to feel and you start to disconnect from that energy flow of you choosing the ideal reality. So instead, know that that's a part of the process. Maybe it's meant for you to come back the next day, or maybe it's meant because there's another art gallery around the studio or around the corner that you could go to. You see, the meaning that we attribute to things, the meaning has a powerful effect on how we feel. So give it a positive meaning, which doesn't mean that necessarily it has to be the best thing in the world, but the meaning you give it, just allow it to be there and assume it's meant for you. Give it the meaning that it is supposed to be there, because as you do that, it starts to more easily flow through the process. So that's something as well. Don't be very quick to give things and to assume that something isn't to the blueprint in our own mind. Remember, the key to something being positive is not whether it is good or bad, it's more so, is it integrative or disconnective? Is it connective or disconnective? Am I going to connect this into my life and know that this is supposed to be there? Or is this disconnective, and am I going to feel that gap of that resistance? So another thing you could do is start to feel like you are literally on holiday, like almost everything that happens is happening for you. This is actually one of the most important parts of the video. So here we are 15 minutes in. If you stayed this long, then you get rewarded right now. And that is simply knowing that anytime something happens, milk the good stuff. Focus on the good stuff and milk it. I've explained this a couple times and it works very well. What you do is, say you go to, you're going to some restaurant, some store, something, you walk in, somebody opens the door for you. Normally they just open the door for you, right? You're like, okay, whatever. Instead, appreciate that door being open for you. Be grateful that it happened, because more of it will happen if you appreciate it and if you really milk it. Milk the experiences of what you want to experience. So if somebody compliments you, for example, instead of brushing it off, be like, you know what, thank you. Be genuinely say thank you, and really be grateful that somebody acknowledged that in you, even though you know that you are already whole and complete anyways. But milk the experiences of what you want, because as you milk it, you are more so energy vibrating your energy with that reality. So remember, this is more about focus, knowing that your vibration is always automatically high. There's just things that may bring us down through our focus. So choose to focus on things that really serve you, and know that anytime you give something increased importance, you're immediately distancing yourself from the wholeness of who you are. So let go of importance. And a powerful way to do that is I have a free guided meditation that will show you exactly how to decrease the level of importance you give something. It will also show you how to resonate with the self-image that you prefer, so that you really start to radiate the positive energy. That's absolutely free. That's going to be in the top of the description box below. I recommend you listen to it for 21 days. And if you do, I think it will dramatically change your life. And this whole process is about vibration, focus, feeling, choosing the meaning that you give things in your life, choosing the life experiences you want, not creating your reality, choosing it, because remember, it already exists. So therefore, it's about getting in alignment with how you prefer to be. You do that through focus, through feeling, through seeing it as natural for you to experience these things. And as you do that, your whole life will begin to change. So another thing I'm going to be doing is more live Q&As on Instagram. So if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram. I also do daily IGTV episodes there as well. And yeah, you can have more interaction with me. And it's a cool place where I put other content as well. So other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little notification here so that you can see the daily vids that I do on YouTube. That's the way YouTube does things now, is you actually have to hit that button. And other than that, as always, peace, much love, and namaste.